The trauma of that day is also felt among the staff at UofL Hospital, where those 8 survivors were treated.
Our Alexis Matthews talked with the hospital's chief medical officer as he recounted the chaos of that day.
You know, we've had plenty of times where we'd have 3, 4 victims come through, or multiple victims in an evening, but nothing like the targeted violence that we saw that morning at Old National Bank.
The horror in Louisville on April 10, 2023. Dr. Jason Smith, Chief Medical Officer at UofL Health, will remember for a lifetime. That morning, the main hospital downtown unexpectedly carried out its mass casualty plan as 8 people struck by an active shooter at Old National Bank were rushed in.
It's support services. It's, do we need to move operating rooms or stop OR? Do we need to close the emergency department? You know, how big is this? What's going on?
As many questions lingered, organized chaos ensued. The hospital became a staging location for victims' families and the media. UofL Health managed inquiries on a local, state, and national level. And Smith says some people just came to the hospital to watch the aftermath play out. That's when he quickly realized Louisville was in the spotlight and grouped in a senseless, tragic club of mass shooting cities.
You know, I think too often we are complacent in that, well, that's the other person, or that's not here, or that's in Sandy Hook or Uvalde, or name a city that this is going on. That's not Louisville.
Trying to grasp the situation while blocking out the noise, Smith and the hospital staff focused on what was most important: the injured patients, including Officer Nick Wilt.
I wasn't sure he would survive. And to watch him leave the hospital at Frazier was a special moment.
1 year later, healing for Louisville has been a marathon, not a sprint. And Smith still reflects on that faithful day.
When you finally can come to grasp with what happened and sit down and actually have that quiet moment is when you realize what had happened and why it's so important that we do more.
The survivors, including Officer Wilt, are recovering physically, though Smith says the emotional trauma in restoring the victim's sense of security and safety will take time.
But once you break something like that, it's hard to put that back together, and it's hard to counsel them that, you know, things will be okay and that everything will be all right and there are people that care for them. It gets lost, and that is the biggest problem I think people have.
Gun violence is not a new problem, but Dr. Smith hopes the mass shooting anniversary sparks new solutions as Louisville moves forward, transforming the city's pain into purpose.
I am sad that it took something like this to begin to get people to the table, but for the first time in what I can remember, you've got folks throughout our community, throughout our city, even within the state, that are willing to at least talk about the issues that we're facing.